Well, I'm all for Christmas, all the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it all from the lights to the mistletoe.
Alright, I've just set my baskets on top of the maybe pile because it is much larger than I anticipated it to be, but we do have a basket of items I know for sure I'm getting rid of and a basket that I know for sure I'm keeping. So, amongst the items that I know that I am most definitely going to declutter, let's talk here. We've got a Tom Ford lipstick, Power Trip. This is one of his lip sparks, and it was very pretty. I did get actually a fair amount of use out of it, considering it is basically a glittery, almost duochromatic type lipstick, but I could not tell you the last time I actually applied this. It's got to be over a year, so that one, it's time to leave. Likewise, this one here from Gucci, this is in Agatha Orange. I believe this is one of like the limited edition holiday ones from last year. And I got suckered in because I love orange, particularly orange lipsticks. But it's got all this little like glitter bits in it, and I don't like the way it feels on the lips. It feels a little like gritty. I don't really like glittery lipsticks is what I've come to learn. So one of the lessons I've learned from this is like when you're buying high-end lipsticks, buy it in a shade that you could see yourself wearing every single day so that you don't end up wasting expensive lipsticks on basically novelty shades. Okay, so this one here from MAC, this is a liquid lipstick in Lady Be Good, and it's just too peachy on me. Like, it just, the undertone does not play well with my skin tone, and it just looks odd, so I never wear it. This one here from Merit is one of their lip oils in the shade I'll never be able to read. No, Falcon. There it is. It's like, no, you can't see it any better than I can. Anyway, it's called Falcon. It's like a brown lip oil, which I like brown lip products, don't get me wrong. But this one just, I find like brown has to be opaque or else it just ends up looking strange. And this one looks very strange and it's very streaky. Moving on, I just have a really old ABH lipstick. This is in the shade Heathers. I used to really like this formula. I think this is the last of it that I have. I prefer other formulas now for liquid lipsticks, and this one's really old, so it needs to go. Likewise, this one here is very old from Maybelline. This is in the shade Warm Me Up, and it is a very pretty neutral kind of tone. I have gotten a lot of use out of it, but it is hella old, like 5-6 years maybe, like really old. Old enough that it makes me like a little to wear it, so I am not going to. This one here from Revlon is number 18, Rhythm and Blues. And I honestly should not have bought a navy blue bullet lipstick because I don't like wearing really dark shades in bullet lipsticks because they're just too high risk. So I never ever wear this one. And I do have a liquid blue lipstick somewhere in this mess that we will get to at some point. These two here are from Florasis. I'm just going to go with that's how it's said. And, okay, so the packaging is really unique on this. I actually do like the colors that they have going on here, but this packaging is so damn bulky that I never, ever think to carry it anywhere with me. Like, it just, I don't want that tying up space in my purse. I have like a little pocket that sits at the back of the purse that I put my phone and my keys and my lipstick in for the day, and this would just chew up all of that space. They are really pretty shades. They're actually really comfortable lipsticks on as well. The packaging is horrific. I even tried a bunch of different lids on this to see if I could at least save the bullet. What I could do, I suppose, what I might, I say this, I make no promises. What I might do is break the lipstick off and melt it down into a little container. This one is from Makeup by Mario. This is in the shade Sam. It's a really, really pretty color. It's a horrible, horrible formula. It's so dry. Even applying it, it kind of like tugs across the lips. It just, don't enjoy the experience of wearing it. This one was from Holiday a couple of years ago from MAC in Once Bitten Ice Shy, and it's like just a glittery sort of non-colored, I guess it's a lipstick. I don't really know what the function of it is. It looks pretty enough on the lips, but like if I'm going to go to the extent of just wearing something clear, I'm just going to wear a lip balm. So I don't wear this one anymore. I did get use out of it. And then we've got the Too Faced Melted Matte in Cinnamon Bear, which I honest to God don't remember buying, and it is a mini size, so I'm wondering if it came with something. I don't know, but this is not a liquid lipstick formula that I really enjoy all that much. I think there's better out there. And then this guy from Il Maquillage, I suppose I put it this way, this is in the shade Bow Down, one of their lip service lip glosses. And I really do like the formula of their lip glosses, but I just don't see myself wearing this shade anytime soon. I thought it was really unique and pretty, so I wanted to keep it. It's kind of like a duochromatic thing going on here, but it's just, practically speaking, not something that I actually ever wear, so there's no point in holding on to it. In terms of items that I'm keeping, so I do have the basket of items here, but I also have this collection here from Kaleidos. This is their lip plays. This is everything that they've released so far, with the exception of the holiday release for 2022. That is actually on its way to me. They sent me their 8 newest shades. I don't want to declutter any of these. I want to do a video swatching all of these. It's going to take me a couple of days to do that because my lips will be on fire. And this is like easily top 3 of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas. So I do get a lot of use out of these. Now I've had less use out of them recently because I've been keeping them in the little container, so they're kind of out of sight, out of mind. Going through this process, I'm going to take them out of this holder and then put them where I can more easily see them and have like easier access to them, so that I'll get more use out of them. But if you are in the market for liquid lipstick, I would highly recommend checking out the lip plays from Kaleidos because they are just such a nice, lightweight, non-drying formula. So these were the other easy saves for me. So let's go through them. I've got 2 here from Cheekbone Beauty. This one is in the shade Hockey. This one is in Nuna. This is just a really pretty bright pink. And then this one is your traditional nude shade. This is a Canadian Indigenous owned brand. They are sold at Sephora in Canada as well. They make fantastic products. Their lip products are really, really comfortable. Sustainable packaging. I love the mission behind the brand, the whole deal. So keeping those. I've got 2 here from Bite Beauty. I have got Pomelo and Praline. Pomelo is a little bit on the more pink side. Praline is a little bit more brown. And I enjoy both immensely. I really like the formula of these. I'm sad that Bite Beauty will not be with us in 2023, but it is what it is, so here we are. I've got a few MAC lipsticks. There's more that I need to make decisions on, but there are 4 here. So I've got Hug Me, Faux, Modesty, and Kinda Sexy. You can tell that I'm very often going for neutral kind of lipsticks. And you can see, particularly with the shade Modesty, just how much use I've gotten out of that lipstick. And I continue to reach for this quite frequently. This is one of those shades, Modesty, that when I don't know what lipstick is going to pair with the eye look or the outfit that I'm wearing, whatever, this one always works. It never fails me. Fenty Beauty in Fenty Glow. This is their Gloss Bomb. This is my 2nd full size of it. Love it. Not going anywhere. I've got 2 here from Urban Decay. We've got Oat Milk, and this one is in the shade Gridlock. Very different from each other. Oat Milk is almost like a concealer lips kind of shade, but paired, like put into the center with, say, Modesty or something like that, and it just adds so much dimension. And then this one's a really beautiful shade for fall, winter. Rare Beauty, this is their lipstick in the shade Worthy. I do like the packaging on it that you just pop it in and then it comes out, so it's nice and secure when it's in the purse. You can see I have got a fair amount of wear out of this one. I do wear it fairly frequently. This is a very, very comfortable formula. If you are in the market for a comfortable sort of everyday lipstick, I would recommend checking them out sooner rather than later because they will be raising their prices in 2023. They are very reasonably priced. I think it's about $23 Canadian for the lipstick, which is not terrible for a Sephora brand. So that's my recommendation on that one. We've got some Lisa Eldridge in here. So I've got Velvet Ribbon, which is this beautiful true red. Oh shoot. We've got Velvet Jazz, which is a really deep burgundy red. And if I'm not mistaken, Velvet Morning. Yes, Velvet Morning, which I cannot not love an orangey red lipstick. They're just, oh, speak to my soul. Love them. Speaking of orange, I have this one here from Sephora, one of their lip stories in number 37, something about Havana. What is it? Hot in Havana? Hot in Havana. There it is. And it's just like a straight up orange lipstick. Oh gosh, what else have we got in here? This one I've been wearing the heck out of recently. This is one of the lip oils from Merit. This one is in the shade Taupe. Much, much easier to wear than that darker brown one. It does have a bit of pigmentation to it, but it really just looks like one of those like My Lips But Better kind of shades once it's applied. Not very long wearing, but super comfortable, super easy to touch up on the fly, and I'm just really enjoying the product. Likewise, this one here from Ilia. This is the Balmy Gloss Tinted Lip Oil in Only You. This one's a little bit more on the pinky side. Very, very pretty. Then, what else have we got in here? Oh, another lip oil. This one is from Sigma. I've been really enjoying lip oils recently. This is the Renew Lip Oil in All Heart. This is a little bit more on the mauve side, but also has the least amount of pigmentation of these three at any rate. But not sticky. Again, super easy to apply, and it really just kind of pulls the look together. It makes for really easy office makeup. And this one here from Milani in the shade Pleasure, number 410. Again, just a really pretty neutral lipstick. Moving on from there, we've got a couple here from the Lip Bar. Another one that ranks very high in my opinion for liquid lipstick formulations. This one here is, what is this one? Man Eater and Boy Trouble. This is the newest lipstick that I've picked up. This one is from NARS, and it is, what's the shade name? Night Moves, one of their Power Matte lipsticks. It's a really deep, dark, burgundy red. Got a liquid lipstick here from Nabla. This one is in the shade Cocoa, appropriately enough, and it is just a true dark, chocolatey kind of brown. I haven't worn that one yet this year, but I love it. I love dark vampy lipsticks, and somehow the brown, even though it's like a non-traditional sort of color, it's just that much gentler, if you will, than like a black. It's not quite as harsh as a black lipstick. Alright, have you ever heard me talk about the Pat McGrath lip glosses? If you haven't, you must be new around here because I freaking love these. I love them so much. This one is in the shade Flush Fantasy. I don't know why I have to look that up because this is the one that I love the most. I wear it all the time. And it's just, I will 100% repurchase this once it's finally empty. Got another Gucci lipstick here. This one is in Wife versus Secretary. Kind of appropriate given my line of work outside of YouTube. There it is. It looks like it's going to be like a little bit startling, but it's actually really sheer, so it's not nearly as like scary of a color as it looks. It's really pretty in spring and summer. Got another MAC lipstick here. This one is in the shade Syrup. One of the newer ones from MAC. And kind of along the same lines as the Gucci, to be honest. Honestly, I probably don't need both, but I can make harsher decisions down the road. Okay, last two in this basket. This one is from Gerard Cosmetics in the shade Kimchi Doll. And much like, what was the other one I was talking about? Oat Milk from Urban Decay. I like this one paired with other lipsticks. I don't really like it on its own. It's a little too light, a little too peachy, but mixed in with other neutral lipsticks, and I think it just brings the whole thing to life, so I'm going to keep that one. And then we've got one of the lip stains from Fenty, and this is in the shade My Type, and it's just a really pretty pink lip stain. I don't really want to swatch it because it will stain. It is quite effective at that, but those were the first round cuts. Now, okay, so up first I've got two of these double-ended ones from Chanel. There's a liquid lipstick on this side and then a clear gloss up here. And although I like both of these shades, I've just had these products for quite some time. I believe these were the two initial shades I bought. I can't remember now, but it's been a long time. So I just think they no longer pass the sniff test. So they need to go. Likewise, this one here, and this is something that I found with all of these Fenty liquid lipsticks. This one is in the shade Underdog. Is that after about, I'd say a year, year and a half, they all start smelling like the inside of a belly button. Like they just start smelling really gross, and that has happened here. This gloss from Dior, this one is in the shade, I don't know, 640. There's no name on it. I don't know what has happened to it, but it is no product picks up. The wand is all weirdly discolored. Some product picks up, but not that much. And even if I scrape along the sides of the tube, there's just not a lot gets picked up on the doe foot. I find that it is a stickier formula, and it's just not something that I enjoy using, so why keep it? I've got a couple of Il Makiage lipsticks in here. This one is in the shade Divinity. This one is Bella. And so Divinity is a really dark purple, and I just have a few of those, and I don't wear them often enough to justify having multiples. Likewise, the classic red. Gosh, this one is from Victoria Beckham. This is a lip tint in Cherie, and it's old, and something has happened with the formula. It's not even the right color anymore. It's very, very sheer. I mean, it was never super pigmented, but it was definitely more pigmented than that, and so I just think time has got the better of it, so I don't want to put it on my lips. This one is just a shade that I've never really loved here from Fenty. This one's in the shade Mauve Wives. Don't use it. One of the ultra matte lip shades here from ColourPop in Midnight Snack. And this is one that I used to like putting sort of in the center of the lips. And I've got other lipsticks for that, and this one is hella old. That's going to be the theme for a lot of these in here, like this one here from MAC. This is one of the Shot of Color lip oils in Shots. Pretty orange, but super, super old. I don't want to put it on my lips. And then we've got a few other things here. So this one is really old as well. I actually really like the shade of this. This is from Catrice, I believe. Is that correct? Yes, Catrice in 070, one of their ultimate mattes. And it's a really pretty mauvey purple, but it is super old, and I just don't wear it anymore. And does it? Yeah, it smells a little bit like chemicals at this point, so that's an easy tell for me that it's time to go. These two here are getting decluttered for essentially the same reason. They're both metallic reds, and I feel like metallic reds have kind of like come and gone. I don't ever reach for either of them. So the one from MAC was a holiday release. And we have it, I think, from a couple of years ago. This one is Straight Fire. And then this one here from Sephora is one of their cream lip stain metals in 64. And this one here from Bobbi Brown, I really like these oil infused lip glosses, but I don't like this shade. It's really pretty in the tube, don't get me wrong, but somehow it just doesn't translate well on the lips. Like, it just loses that intensity. It comes off more pink than orange. It can be a little splotchy. It can feather a bit, and it's just too bright of a color for any feathering to be taking place, so I never reach for it. This one here from Tarte is just super old. It's also just not a very flattering shade on me. This one is the shade Salt Life. And then we've got 3 lipsticks. So this one from Tarte is in the shade Sea Goddess. It is a very pretty color, but I have this color in a liquid lipstick, and for that kind of shade, that's the formula I would prefer. This one is in the shade Psycho Candy, and I have other bright pinks that I prefer. And then finally we've got one of the old school ones from Bite. This one is in the shade Kale, a really, really deep dark green. Alright, so more for the keep pile. So I've got 3 here from Natasha Denona. This one is in the shade Michelle. Then we have the shade Claudia. And finally we have Sava. Sava is the more pink of the 3. I'll go ahead and swatch these 2, but you can see how much, use I've gotten out of these. I really love this formula. So that one is Claudia. And then we have, oh, that smells good. Fix that another day, but let's see here. They look pretty similar in the tube, but applied, you can see just how much lighter Michelle is versus Claudia. And then Sava is far more pink than either of these 2. These 2 here from KVD Beauty I want to keep simply for the sake of their uniqueness. So this one is like a navy blue, this one is a really deep gray. We've got the shade Echo is the blue, and Wolf is the gray. Right, then I've got 2 glosses here from Tower 28. So the pink one here is in the shade XOXO, and then the brown one is in the shade Cashew. And I gotta say, I prefer like the creamier one to the more sheer version, but both of them I have got extensive use out of, and there's not that much left in both of them. So at this point it's kind of personal and I just want to get them done, so I'm going to keep them. And then with these 2 here from NARS, it honestly comes down to the packaging for me. That may not be a great reason to keep things, but I'm not doing that for a lot. I am going to do it for these because they're just so stinky. I don't know what it is with stars. I freaking love like star-shaped stuff. I don't know why, but I do. So this one is a bright true red, and then this one is a more neutral color. It's a part of their Claudette collection that came out a year or 2 ago. Time has lost all meaning to me. I have no idea when things are in history, but I'm going to keep both of them. I do like the formula of both of them. I do not need the red. I know that with certainty, but I freaking love the packaging, and honestly, sometimes that's enough, and that's the case here. Okay, so another few here to talk about. So this is another Lip Stories one from Sephora in the shade Primal Instinct, number 77, and it's a very warm, almost mustardy kind of brown. I don't have anything else like it. Not a shade that I wear a lot, but it does have its moment. So I want to hold on to this one again because I don't have anything particularly close. This is the only one that I can think of off the top of my head that might be similar. This is from Fenty. This is in Pumpkin Rose. Yeah, not even close, really. So I actually really like that. Gun to head, if I had to choose one of those 2, I would choose the Fenty. But the only one forcing me to do a declutter is myself, so I'm going to keep both of these actually. This one here is from Zara Beauty, and I have to look at the lid over here because you buy like one component and then you can buy all the little lipstick pieces to interchange with it. So this is the Tinted Balm in Say Cheers, and it's just a really easy to wear lip product. I really like the formula, I really like the color, I'm keeping it. This is a liquid lipstick here from Gucci. This one is in the shade Grace Cinnamon, which sounds like the most made-up name there ever was, but it's actually a really pretty shade, and I actually like the formula of this as well. Not my like top favorite of liquid lipsticks, but definitely comfortable to wear, lightweight, almost moussey, but does dry down, transfer proof. And oh, I just got lipstick all over the table here, and that is okay. And then we've got another one here from the Lip Bar, and this one is in Haute Mess, and it's like this really beautiful, vibrant, I don't even know how to describe that, almost fuchsia kind of shade, but not quite. It's so pretty. Okay, so I've gone ahead and swatched my lip glosses and liquid lipstick from Il Maquillage. Here they are in order. So this one here is in the shade Lip Service. No, Plot Twist. Plot Twist. They're called Lip Service lipsticks. Plot Twist, Bad Habit, PDA is that light one in the middle, followed by Slow Burn, and then that gorgeous, whatever you call this. I want to say lilac, but it's not lilac. What is that called? I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter. This is in the shade Snob. Definitely keeping that. It's unique to my collection, and it is gorgeous. In terms of the lip glosses, I really don't feel like I need all of them. I also feel like the dark one is a bit of a high liability one, so I'm going to say goodbye to it. And this is a color that I just don't see myself reaching for at all, so I'm going to say goodbye to that one, but I am going to keep these two. So these are the remaining of the MAC lipsticks that I have. So we've got Candy Yum Yum. This one was one of their limited collections, and this is in the shade Tarnished Reputation, followed by Marrakesh, Morange, Sea Sheer, Lady Danger, Midi Mauve, and then this is the gloss in the shade Lust. So, I don't wear Candy Yum Yum often at all, but like, it's so fun that I want to have it available to me in case I want to rock a lipstick like that. Morange, I feel like I have other oranges that I prefer, so I'm going to let that one go. Lady Danger, I'm going to have to compare with some of the other orangey red lipsticks that I have, but for now I'm going to call that one a keep. The gloss is relatively similar to the Pat McGrath one that I adore. I don't really like this formula. It is on the stickier side, so I don't need to keep that one. Midi Mauve, I'm just not in love with that kind of tone. Like the cool toned mauves and whatnot just are not flattering on me, so that one is on its way out. And then Sea Sheer. It's just forgettable to me, to be honest. Like, I never really remember that I have it. I never think like, hey, let's make a look so that Sea Sheer can be the star of it. But having said that, it's also just a really pretty, functional lipstick. It's one of their lusters, I believe. Is it? Yeah, it's a luster lipstick, so not super long wearing, but really easy, really hydrating on the lips. I'm going to hold on to it for now. It's basically the short and long of what it is that I'm trying to say. So then that leaves these two. I don't necessarily think I need both, but I want to keep both. these three here are the Makeup by Mario liquid lipsticks. So this shade is called Nude Suede, followed by Pinky Brown, and then Mocha Latte. And then these two are both from Merit. So this lighter shade here is called Slip, and then the deeper one is called Tiger. And they all kind of hit along the same notes. I don't need all five, so I'm going to keep Slip, say goodbye to Tiger. I'm going to keep Pinky Brown. This one is not flattering on me. What was that? Nude Suede, definitely not flattering. But I am going to keep this because it is like a true brown, but it's a lot easier to wear than the Nabla because it's obviously not as deep. So I'm going to keep Mocha Latte as well. So these are the remaining lip glosses that I haven't yet made decisions on. Some of them are very similar to each other. So what am I going to do with these? I definitely want to swatch this one. So this is another one of the Pat McGrath glosses. This one's in the shade Secret Lover. I'm just not convinced that I really love this shade as much as I love the formula. And I tend not to, like for glosses, I tend not to wear ones that are like that deep in color. I'm going to compare it with Divine Rose, also from Pat McGrath. There's a much greater likelihood that I'm going to go for Divine Rose over Secret Lover. So, Secret Lover is out, Divine Rose is in. This is a little mini from Pat McGrath. This one is in Sunset Rose. That one's pretty as well. Oh, but honestly, do I need both? They're pretty darn similar. Looking at them, I mean, I like the depth of this one just a little bit more. However, that's just a mini. The other one's a full size, so I don't need both. I'm going to let the mini go, keep the full size. And what else have we got here? So we've got two here from Fenty. One is the Gloss Bomb Cream. This one is in Fenty Glow. And then we've got one of the original Gloss Bombs in Fussy. And I prefer the original Gloss Bomb formula, but I much prefer Fenty Glow to Fussy. Fussy just doesn't really show up all that well. And then I prefer the original Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow to the cream version. As well, I have a number of lip glosses like that, so I'm actually going to part ways with both of these. Now, this one here from Milani, this is one of the Ludicrous lip glosses in the shade Teen Spirit. It is very similar to the Pat McGrath in terms of the formula, frankly in terms of the color as well. So it is a little bit redundant. However, because it is so similar in formula, I like to hold on to it just for comparison's sake. This one here is from NARS. This is the, I don't know what the actual product, it's the lip gloss, whatever the hell, in the shade Nympho. And you see what my preference is for glosses. Like they're all kind of hitting along the same notes. And I actually really do like this one. It's one of the shortest wearing glosses that I have, but it's so easy to touch up on the fly that I want to keep it. It's also fairly new to my collection. This one, however, is not. This one is from Lisa Eldridge. This is in the shade Affair. Again, if you know what my job is outside of YouTube, you know that that kind of is a little tongue-in-cheek for me. And they're all kind of similar. This one is a little bit more like a caramel kind of brown. I would go for the NARS over this one. And in fact, I do go for the NARS over this one. This one's just kind of sitting there. It's also starting to separate, like it is quite old. I've had it, oh my gosh, When did she come out with glosses? I feel like, I want to say it's 2 years, but I could be wrong on that one. Regardless, I don't wear this one very often because I prefer different shades, so parting ways. This one is from Wander Beauty. It's the Lip Retreat Oil in Skinny Dip. I've been wearing the heck out of this recently. Again, same kind of overall color story, just really easy to wear. And again, I've been wearing the hell out of it, so I don't want to get rid of it because I feel like I've actually made a really good dent in it. Can't really tell with this packaging, but I just want to keep working away on it. This is Milky Gloss from NYX in Moody Peach. Sorry, it threw me for a second there because there was a hyphen between the letters. Moody Peach. And it's definitely a pink, peachy kind of gloss, very on the sheer side. I want to bring in, I forgot to add this one here from Fenty. This was part of their holiday kit. Again, I think it was 2021, but like it could have been 1984, and like I just can't remember. Time means nothing to me anymore. But it is an all peach set that they released, and as you can see, it is definitely more peach than Moody Peach. So I'm going to keep Fenty and get rid of NYX. And that leaves these two here from Natasha Denona. So we have got Peony on the one hand and Calla on the other. And these are fairly new to me, so I don't want to get rid of either of them. These ones I am going to say goodbye to, so I found more of those double-ended Chanel ones. I really did like this formula, but my tastes have evolved. I don't really wear them that much anymore, and so there's no point keeping them. This one is going to sort of have a bit of a lateral move to it. My daughter loves this one. I actually really do like it. It's just super freaking messy. So this is from Tarte. It's one of the Maracuja Juicy Lips, and this one's in the shade Coconut. It is very, very pretty, very comfortable on the lips, but it just, you gotta like take a Q-tip and clean the inside, and it's like a clicky pen, but my 10-year-old daughter absolutely loves it, and she can put up with that, so I'm gonna give that to her. This one here from Pat McGrath, this is the Liquid Lip in Divine Nude. And that is it right there, and like I said earlier, these like dusty mauvey tones really just don't flatter me, and I never ever reach for them. This one is from Patrick Ta. That is this shade right here. It is in the shade Oh She's Single, and I just don't find it to be super flattering on me. I'm also not a huge fan of this formula, so we're saying goodbye. This one here is from Revlon. This is an OG Cherries in the Snow, and I mean, it's very pretty. It's very pretty. I'm double thinking this one. You know what? Let's hold on to it for now, because that is super pretty. Again, that is like an OG shade. That one's been around forever. Whew, she's pretty. Okay. See, that's why I like doing this, because you reacquaint yourself with what you've got. This one here is from ColourPop in the shade Check Please. That is this orange right here. I compared it to the orange that I'm keeping from Sephora. That one has a little bit more of a shiny finish, and it is just a hair deeper, but I don't need both of them, and the Sephora one is much newer than this one, so that is what's making the decision for me. And then I am keeping these ones here as well. So this one is from Vive in the shade Power Suit. It is that shade right there, just a little bit deeper than the Patrick Ta, so I find it's a bit more flattering on my skin tone. There are two more of these Lip Bar liquid lipsticks. So we've got Crown Me, which is that deep purple, and then Boss Lady, which is a deep red. I've got 3 red liquid lipsticks. I don't need all 3, but I want to keep all 3 because they're different. The undertones are different. This one's like a really warm orangey red. This one's from Sephora in the shade number 78. I think it's something like Hot Chili or something. I can't remember what it's called, but number 78. freaking beautiful. This one is the Gwen Stefani brand, Give, and it is in the shade Original Recipe. That is that red right here. And then we've got one from NARS here. This is in the shade Light My Fire, the Power Matte Lip Pigment. These are such a very thin formula. They're really, really comfortable. And it is definitely a brighter red than Give. So I'm going to keep it. And then, much like the navy blue and the dark gray that I kept, I also want to keep a black liquid lipstick. This one is from Juvia's Place in the shade Doo Doo, which the 13-year-old boy that dwells within my heart giggles at every time, but I really do like that black. Don't wear it very often, but when I do, I want a black that's going to last forever. This one is from Rare Beauty. This is in the shade Brave, and that is this one right here. And it's sort of like an orangey kind of brown, like a burnt, rusty kind of tone. Now I'm just like throwing words out there, but I like it. It's got like that sort of whipped, sort of moussey texture, but I have no complaints about the longevity of it. I find it very comfortable to wear, so I'm going to hold on to it. This one from Huda Beauty is in the shade Angel. It's one of the cream lipsticks, and it's just your standard go-to everyday nude lipstick. I have worn this one quite a lot. This one is a liquid lipstick here from Dior in the shade 100, and that is this one right here. So you can see it's significantly lighter than the Pat McGrath and definitely more flattering on me. And this is yet another unique shade, so I want to hold on to it. This is, oh gosh, from Fenty in Midnight Wasabi. And whereas Kale was almost black from Bite, this one you can see the green a little bit clearer. I am trying with the lighting. I'm going to see what I can do in editing, because it just, I've been messing around with these lights all night and it's just not working out for me. But you can see it's more green than like super dark. Okay, I got this one here from Chantecaille. This is the Lip Chic in the shade Patience. It is very much a My Lips But Better kind of shade on me. Lightweight, but very, very comfortable to wear. So hold on to that. And then this one here from Gucci in My Cousin Rachel. Gucci has like the wildest names for their shades, honestly. And again, a very sheer formula, very, very easy to wear. I have gotten quite a bit of use out of it. You can see just how far down into the tube it goes. So it's staying with me. So this is the last of it, and it just becomes that much harder to decide what I want to keep and what I want to part ways with. So off the top, I am going to keep this Bobbi Brown. Again, this is another one of the oil infused glosses in Love Letter. This one's just a really pretty pink shade, and again, super easy to wear on an everyday basis. Then I got three here from Charlotte Tilbury. So we've got Very Victoria, Pillow Talk, and Bond Girl. Pillow Talk. Followed by Very Victoria. Very, very similar, just a little bit lighter. And then this one is Bond Girl. I don't tend to wear Bond Girl very often. It's one of those ones that like I grab it and then I put it back and I get Pillow Talk. So I'm going to keep Pillow Talk. I'm going to get rid of Bond Girl, and that leaves the other one, Very Victoria, which really is like a My Lips But Better kind of shade. I know it's very similar to Pillow Talk, but a little bit more on the brown side. So I'm going to keep those two, but I'm going to let Bond Girl go. So these four here are from Il Maquillage. These are their Dirty Talk matte lip colors. I really like the formula. They're matte lipsticks, but they're not drying at all, and they are fairly long wearing for being bullet lipsticks. So that's William, a really, really dark, dark purple. And normally the kind of shade that I would go for in a liquid lipstick, but I I'm taking a look, I don't have a liquid lipstick anywhere near that dark. Let me just, for 1 second here, I'm going to grab this one, but if memory serves, it is a lot more grapey kind of purple than deep dark Bambi. Yeah, so it's more like a true purple. So yeah, I'm going to keep this bullet lipstick because it is unlike anything else that I have, and these ones, like I said, are pretty long wearing for being bullet lipsticks. So that was the shade William. I'm going to swatch this one next. This is the shade Ray. So pretty. Beautiful red. Again, I'm probably going to go through all these again. Probably not in this video, if I'm being perfectly honest, but I might bring them out again and do like a secondary go round and compare all the reds that I've saved, compare all the oranges and things of that sort, see if there's anything further to narrow down. But I'm starting to get a little burned out from this, so we're going to finish up what we have here today, but I might do that in another video. Let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in that, and then I can film it. If not, I'll just do it privately, but it's not going to be today. It's also, yeah, it's like 10:15 at night. Barry took the kids to go visit his parents, and then they came back around like 8:30, so I spent some time with them, and I've been doing this for like 2 hours, so it's just been a lot. This one is the shade Elwa, and then we've got the shade J, J-A-Y-Y. So, oh god, that is gorgeous. I'm going to keep both of those. This one is from Juvia's Place. This is in the shade #2020. What a year that was. She's pretty. She's similar to this one. Ooh, very similar. Wow. Super, like I can't tell where one starts and the other ends, so I don't need to keep this one because I prefer the other formula. Let's see, this one here is from Milani in the shade 130 Lingerie. These lipsticks, yeah, I'm keeping that for sure. I'm keeping that. I'm really enjoying like these lightweight, just glide on kind of lipsticks. They're just so easy to wear. Whew. This one is from Chanel. This is the Rouge Cocoa lipstick in the shade Etienne. And it looks really deep and dark in the bullet, but it has a more sheer finish. So I'm going to hold on to that one. Okay, this one is from Gourmand Girls. This is in the shade Blood Red. I haven't worn this one in a while, but I remember really liking it. Super, super deep, with a good name. Again, the shade is really similar to the El Maquillage one. El Maquillage is just a little bit more matte. This one has a little bit more of a shine to it. It's a tough call. That's a really tough call. I think, oh frick, I love Christina, the owner. Like, I love the owner of this brand. However, when I'm wearing a lipstick of this color, I prefer a matte finish on it. So I'm going to keep El Maquillage. This is one, and it's a bullet lipstick. I'm going to try to rehome this one because it can be sanitized, and it is just so beautiful. Okay, REM Beauty. This is in, oh frick, these goddamn stickers. Wine and Dine. White lettering on like a light gray, like 6-point font. Good luck to me. Anyways, I did it. Be me. I don't know how this got quite so beat up, but here we are. You know, I remember like liking the formula. I'm just not sure I love the shade. It's not really brown, it's not really red, it's not really purple. It's just sort of a mix of the three. I don't wear this one because it's just like a sort of non-color. So, bye. This here is from Milani. So this is the Fruit Fetish Lip Oil in Cherry Lime. Now, I have used quite a bit of this. I really have, like, you can see the product. I mean, there's some pulled up here as well, but there's really not that much left in there. I don't feel bad letting this one go because I have definitely given it its fair shake. I just don't love it. I don't hate it, I just don't love it. Okay, this one is from ABH. This is the lip stain in the shade Hot Pink. And these do stain the absolute heck out of me, so put it up here. It's beautiful. I love the color. I really do like how staining it is, so I'm going to keep that. I'm going to wipe this off before it dries down. Too late! See what I mean about it being a very effective stain? Yeah, it's on until the end of days. Okay, let's do these ones first. So these are all from Lisa Eldridge. So this one is Kitten Mischief. Like a cream finish. This one is Velvet Muse. A matte finish. And then this one here is Love of My Life. A more satin cream kind of finish. I'm really not a huge fan of Velvet Muse. I have worn it quite a few times, but the shade is not super flattering on me, so I'm going to try to find another home for that. That would hurt me to actually throw it out. Kitten Mischief is pretty. Don't wear it a lot, but now that I've reminded myself of it, I might actually get more use out of it, so going to hold on to that. And then Love of My Life is just one that for whatever reason I have not worn very often. And I'm aware of how horrifically expensive these lipsticks are, and there's really not anything to complain about it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to hold on to it. And see if I get more use out of it now that we've culled through and narrowed down the options. So then these three here are all from Cheekbone Beauty. So we have the liquid lipstick in the shade Ashley. Oh gosh, I'm so stained. Okay, let's put Ashley right here. And then we've got Sonia. This one's really pretty. It's like that perfect purpley pink kind of shade. And then lastly, we have the shade Bethany. And if my friend Bethany is watching, shout out to you. Hi! Oh, and also her namesake lipstick shade is freaking gorgeous. The only one that I'm not like super in love with is the shade Ashley, so I'm going to keep Bethany and Sonia. So here we are with the final result. So these are all of the items that I have removed from my collection. In total, in this basket, there are 60 items. Well, honestly, there's 59, and then the one for my daughter is set off to the side. But 60 items have been removed from my collection, meaning I have removed about 1/3 of my entire collection in this go-round. So what I think I'm going to do, rather than like immediately do a second round of declutter, like tomorrow or something, I'm going to wait until those other ones from Kaleidos come in, because there are some really unique shades in there as well. I want to do some more comparisons and some swatches. Again, let me know, please let me know in the comments if you want to see that process. I imagine it would be a rather lengthy video, but if you're interested, I'm willing to film it. Otherwise, I can just update you at some point with what those numbers look like. But for now, 1/3 of my lipstick collection has been removed. That feels very freeing, like a bit of a weight has been lifted. Swatching everything, I get to see exactly what I have, refresh my memory, and I'm excited to play with my makeup collection again, because now it's almost like discovering new gems, and it's just very exciting again, so everything feels fresh even though it's not. So, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, I ask that you consider doing so. But with all that said, I'm going to wrap the video up here. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch and hang out with me as I go through this process. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye!